All right, here we go again. Hello, everyone all over the world. It is live on KEXP at home. My name is Troy Nelson, and a very special day. I was going to say here at KEXP. I'm just really in my basement, but here on live on KEXP at home because we have the one and only Washed Out. Ernest, are you there?
Oh, wow. Well,
You're kind of there.
Let's see here.
That's all right. We've got time. Technology messed with me severely earlier today. I know this feeling. All right. Well, while we wait for Ernest, I'm just going to take a nod at my producer, Scott, and say, should we go into the first couple songs that Washed Out recorded for all of us? Because it's beautiful.
Been waiting so long to have you back in my arms. Slipping out without the time. Since you left and went away. Each time I think about you, those things that drive me wild. Make me go crazy after time. Can't wait Problems got this bad. Think we need to slow down. It's probably the only chance we've got. I just wanna go back. Start it all again. This time I'll let you in. How we just hopeless. This time habits just naturally grown apart. I just wanna know that. Try to make it work before just giving up. How we just try too hard.
Beautiful, beautiful. There you are, Ernest. How are you?
I'm here finally.
All right. Those videos are absolutely gorgeous. The music's gorgeous. Thank you so much for taking the time to film that. That looks like it was not not easy.
No, yeah, I don't feel like we're the type of band just to like, point the camera phone and just do acoustic guitar ballad. It kind of needs the whole like production element to really nail the vibe.
Right, right. And as we were talking before we went live, you are the one learning. You got Final Cut Pro. You're editing.
Yeah, if any bands need
video
any
yourself and
editing done,
recording
just hit
everything.
me up in the comments. I'm free.
Yeah, you're a pro now. Yeah, you're an absolute pro. I was actually talking to a good friend of mine and who's also a huge fan of yours, and he said that he feels like the new album is a back to the classic, washed out beach Sade chill vibe sound.
Yeah, to some
Do you
degree. I
agree
mean,
with
I
that?
think there's a certain type of melody that comes really natural to me that wasn't present so much in my last record, Mr. Mellow. That was a little bit more of like experiment kind of thing with like sampling and collage. It was very much about the kind of texture of everything versus the, focus on traditional songwriting and melody and all of that. So I actually wrote most of this record
Mhm.
either at a piano or at a keyboard, and actually waited until, much later in the process to like actually start the production side of things. So that felt really fresh and was a return in some ways, but was also quite new, kind of writing everything from the start.
Mhm. It's a beautiful record. I was just listening to it. Like I told you, I played it on the morning show today. I've been listening to it for the past few days. So just beautiful textures and wonderful production
Oh, thank you.
as well. So the album's called Purple Noon, and you're back with Seattle label Sub Pop for this release, which obviously we're all excited about in Seattle. And you recently made a video for the song Time to Walk Away. And I was curious what it was like working with the director, Riley Blakeway.
Well, it's kind of an interesting story. We had plans to do a complete other video for that song, and COVID-19 got in the way, as it did so many other people. Everyone really.
Yeah.
And so I was spending a lot of time just watching a lot of stuff online, a lot of music videos, just either looking for ideas or directing talent or something like that. And I came across one of his short films that he had done and was kind of blown away. First off, by the look of it, it's this really amazing kind of 16 millimeter film look that, is both high end and also like very nostalgic feeling. But the storyline just lined up perfectly with, the lyrics of Time to Walk Away. And with 3 weeks to get a video together, I just reached out to him, and he ended up just doing a re-edit of his short film to my music. And I thought it came across incredible. He's done amazing music videos. He's a very talented director. I just felt lucky that he, gave us the opportunity to do the recut.
And speaking of film, can you tell the listeners what the relation is between the album and the novel, The Talented Mr. Ripley, which Purple Noon was a 1960s film about that book?
Sure. Yeah. My personal favorite is the 1999 version of the Ripley story with Matt Damon and Jude Law, Gwyneth Paltrow. But yeah, the 1960 version, it's originally a French film, and the US release, they changed the name to Purple Noon, which I thought just sounded nice. I had all of these early inspirations about the Mediterranean, and of course, the Ripley films are set on the coastline of Italy. So I fell in love with the movies and really just loved the sound of the title. I felt like it sort of fit. And then the album cover that we came up with is like a sunset photo of me in Santorini, Greece, and it's this incredible kind of purple hue in the background. So it all kind of coalesced together pretty naturally.
Wonderful. And for everybody watching and listening right now, we can see your texts and lots of people saying, love this. This is my jam. Hello from Brazil. Hello from Mexico. Lots of people listening from all over the world. And so for everybody watching right now, if you have any questions for Washed Out, feel free to type them in there, and I'll try to pull a few of those out. But in the meantime, may we watch a couple more songs?
Sure.
All right. You're listening to Washed Out live on KEXP at home. Absolutely wonderful. Washed Out live on KEXP at home. Thank you again for making these amazing videos and recordings for us and all of us around the world today.
Oh, no, my pleasure.
Beautiful. People once again chiming in like crazy, chiming in from Australia, someone listening in Norfolk, Virginia, New Zealand, Florida, all over the world. And some viewers have some questions, if you don't mind, real quick.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see. Well, I mean, the simple question, Jeffrey wants to know, when does the album drop?
On Friday. I guess technically like Thursday at midnight, I believe it goes up on the streaming sites. But yeah, of course, I'm excited for everyone to hear the full record.
Yeah, and someone named Maylene just pre-ordered it on iTunes, and that's great. What other questions did I see here? A listener named Mount Telescope. I love some of these names. Curious what you've been listening to during these times, like being locked down. What are you listening to, or that's inspiring you? That is a question from Mount Telescope.
Sure. I've been listening to a lot of, well, first off, I work on music so much, I'm sitting in my studio here. It's quite messy, as you can tell behind me. And I've been listening mostly to like a lot of kind of ambient music, some like Balearic sort of instrumental music. And it's the closest thing that I get to like meditation or something like that. I've never had the actual patience to, cross my legs and do the full on meditation thing. But listening to this music is, it can be grounding or it can just be like a healthy distraction in a lot of ways. Like, so that's what I keep coming back to most. I'm also, I DJ quite a bit, so I'm always kind of digging up more kind of dancey, clubbier stuff as well. But the ambient stuff has been the most healthy, I think, and uplifting.
So a listener has typed this question in multiple times. It's an interesting question. It's from a listener named Brogan Henry. Really wants to know your opinion on Bitcoin.
Well, I don't have much of an opinion on Bitcoin. Honestly, if I knew a little bit more about Bitcoin, I might even attempt to make an educated answer there. But I still can't quite wrap my head around what's going on there. So I'll pass.
I know, I'm right with you. All I know about Bitcoin is that I do wish maybe I would have invested in it when it was only a few dollars, because now I think it's like $11,000 for one Bitcoin. Sure. I still don't know what it is, though. I mean, I know it's like internet currency. I
definitely get that side of it. I don't understand how it actually works, though.
Is it real? That is so. Someone also said, a listener said, Ernest is dad. What is that? I don't know if is that a compliment? Is that a new term that young people are using that I don't know?
Well, I am a dad. I am a dad. I have two young kids.
Well, they left out the It just says Ernest is dad.
Again, I don't know. I'm not sure how to answer that one.
Well, this one's a little easier. This question's from me. So back in my first question to you, I mentioned that I was talking to a good friend who's also a fan of yours. Well, actually, that friend of mine that I was talking about happens to be a friend of yours as well. You and I have a mutual friend, and that is Josh Kolinick of Small Black. Josh and I have been friends for quite some time. Small Black always stays at my house when they're in Seattle. So
yeah, he was texting with me earlier today. So
cool.
That's really funny that you had chatted with him.
Yeah, so I texted him before our interview, and I was like, "Is there any intel on Washed Out? Like, what should I ask Ernest?"
He actually probably knows a lot of dirt, honestly. So please do not share live on the internet.
I'll leave out the really dirty stuff. But what he did say was that you are a huge Georgia Bulldogs fan.
That is true. I mean, I'm sitting here in Atlanta, Georgia right now. It's only about an hour and a half from Athens, Georgia. I went to school at the University of Georgia. And yeah, anyone that's grown up in Georgia or maybe the Southeast in general understands that football is very serious business. So he's also a very big college football fan. So we've always bonded on that level for sure. and he always checks in, you know, in the fall once the games start to come around. He actually follows it much closer than I do, so he's always educating me on what's actually going down. But
Yeah, he gets into it. I love that. Yeah, Josh is such a great person, and I know that Small Black's working on new stuff, and you guys have like remixed each other's songs and all that, right?
yeah. No, I feel like I see them almost every time I'm in New York, and of course, whenever they're here, I love to come out to their shows. And you're right, they have new material. I've heard bits and pieces of, but I think it should be coming out pretty quick.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Juan's basement?
I have. I
Yeah,
actually
so have I.
slept in Juan's basement.
Oh, you are brave.
Yes. Yeah, that's a long story.
I actually love Juan's basement. I love Juan. I love Juan's basement. I actually got to be. They did something, some pitchfork thing. I can't remember, and I just happened to be there when they were filming. And then all of a sudden, they just were like, "Hey, do you want to play a pizza delivery guy in one of our videos?" It was like for the band Preoccupations, and I was like, "All right." So all of a sudden, I was a pizza guy in
Nice.
in Juan's basement.
I didn't realize they quite went there with Juan's basement with like narrative elements and stuff.
I think they were trying to expand.
Wow, that's cool.
Well, anyway, Ernest, the new album, as I've said before, and you're going to hear it a million times, but it's just true. It's beautiful. The artwork, Josh also told me that you took all the photos in Greece last year, and how inspiring that country is to you, and why that all the artwork and all the photographs look so amazing as well. So thanks again for delivering a fantastic album and sharing it with not only us at KEXP, but with the entire world. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Ernest. And that was Washed Out live on KEXP at home. Thanks to everybody watching and everyone who supports KEXP so that we can bring you these one-of-a-kind, unique performances. And have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, guys.